Hey, bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you. God knew you wasn't supposed to be there. God knew you wasn't supposed to stay for long. Whether that's in that relationship, in that friendship that you outgrew, in that workplace that became toxic, whatever it is, God knew you wasn't supposed to be there. But He let you go there. He let you experience that moment, experience that time, experience that pain, because He knew there was a lesson you needed to learn. There was something there within that relationship, within that friendship, within that workplace environment, within that that dynamic, that struggle, that household. There was something there that had to teach you a lesson that you couldn't learn nowhere else. And it hurt. I know it hurt. That's the point. That's the reason you learn. Because a lot of us think we need repetition. We don't need repetition to learn something. We don't need repetition to train us. Trauma only takes one time to change your entire brain, to change the way you think of everything, the whole makeup on situations. All you needed was one time to learn it. Some of us keep repeating the same cycle and learning that same lesson over and over and over until it finally clicks. But God put you there because He knew you needed it. And then He separated you because He knew you didn't need that forever. You don't need to attach yourself to a version of you that became toxic. You don't need to attach yourself to something that became detrimental to your mental health, something that became detrimental to your physical health. But you keep trying to go back. You keep running backwards. You keep thinking about reaching out, texting that person. Don't do it. You ask God for a sign, this is your sign. Don't do it. Don't text that person. Don't reach back out. Don't go back and apply for something that already turned you down. Don't, whatever it is that you're thinking of reverting back to, God separated you for a reason. But you're so obsessed with that version of you that existed then that you're trying to take it and bring it into the now. But look at where you at right now. You wouldn't have what you have right now if you was with that person. You might think you would have had it. You might think you would have had more, but no, because the circumstances that ultimately separated y'all in the first place is the reason why you was holding back. The reason why you couldn't achieve more, why you couldn't level up. Don't you look around and realize, damn, you got a lot more now when you by yourself. You got a lot more now when you outgrew that friendship and started hanging out with people who really make money and pour into you and have positive conversations. Don't you realize you're a lot happier when you get rid of that toxic relationship and focus on yourself and your peace? Don't you realize you're a lot more successful now? But you want to go back because of the pain that exists. And the pain is not a red alarm to go back. The pain is not an indicator that you need to revert. The pain is a reminder of the message. The pain is a reminder of the lesson. That pain is every time you slip back and you feel yourself crying about it. You feel yourself hurting about it. Good. Sit in it. Soak it up. I talked about it before. You need to make rituals for sadness. You need to prepare for sadness just like you prepare for happiness, just like you prepare for your paycheck. Sometimes you're going to be sad and you need to know what to do when you're sad. You need to have a ritual that you can go to that when I'm sad, this might be the album I play. And I cry it out for the whole album. But once that album over, I'm good. Or shit, I might put a timer on, let myself just journal and write for 10 minutes straight. But once that 10 minutes hit, I'm good. Whatever it is, you got to have a ritual for sadness for you because that ritual is going to stop you from going back. You want to go back to and uplift somebody who wasn't supposed to be part of the plan. They were supposed to be a stepping stone. They were supposed to be a milestone, not the finish line. They were supposed to be just a checkpoint in your mission. But you're trying to uplift somebody who never wanted to see you at the top in the first place. You're trying to bring somebody with you who never had you in their plans. So you gotta let that version of you go, bro. I know you love them. I know it hurt. I know it hurt when you realize your dogs can't go where you going because they mindset still stuck in the trenches. I know that hurt. I know it hurt when the girl that you thought you was gonna be with show you she ain't the woman you thought she was. I know it hurt. I know it when that family dynamic you got at home turned out to be a bunch of bullshit and you realize everybody was lying in front. I know it hurt. But it hurts so you can remember that. So when you have your next opportunity, your next relationship, your next friendship to pour into, when you have your children, you can teach them better. So they don't have to feel the pain to learn the message. Because if you really did your job, you took the message in, you internalized it. Don't keep repeating the same cycle or don't keep inviting the same cycle into your life. Don't go back. You thinking about it, you hesitating. You questioning, am I on the right path? Should I really have separated from that person? Come on, I learned this. They should probably learn this, and we could make it work now. Nah, bro. You're being too idealistic. I'm all for being a dreamer. I'm all for hoping and manifesting what you want into your life. But you can't control somebody else's emotion. You can't control they learning. Just because you learning you on that higher path, you don't know if they on the same frequency. If y'all was really on the same frequency, y'all probably wouldn't have separated, right? So think about it. Remember the pain. A lot of times you need to remember the happiness. Remember how good it felt when you was with that person. Remember how happy you felt when you was able to hang out with them and not feel stressed, not feel like you lowering yourself. Remember how that felt. Because now you know the next time I encounter this type of situation, this is what I want. But I don't need to go back to them to get it. Because things about them is what separated us. Things about me and you is what separated us. So you need to remember that. You need to internalize that, but you need to grow from it. The pain is not the end of the tree. The pain is the seed. The pain is not the fruit. The pain is the seed. You need to plant the seed. Because right now you're very fertile. Not like that, but your mind, when you're hurting, when you're down, when you're depressed, when you're thinking of somebody and you missing them, and you're on that edge of texting them, you're on that edge of unblocking them, reaching out, checking their Instagram, seeing how they're doing. When you're on that edge, your mind is very fertile. Your subconscious mind can be planted with anything at that moment. So you need to take that seed of pain and plant something new, plant something fruitful that's going to grow from it. Plant something new that every time this happens, I can pour into this. I can find one of my hobbies and really relate it to my pain because I know I'm going to feel a lot of this pain, but why not do a lot of this fun too? Why not have a lot of this hobby, something that really brings me up every time I feel life bringing me down, the memories bringing me down? Because if you really love them, the memories going to be there forever. So you're going to be texting them every time? You're gonna reach out every time? You're going to fall back every time? Or are you going to trust God and trust your abundance? Trust what's really meant for you to come to you. Because we know at this channel, we know we don't chase nothing, we attract. You are what you attract. So what you have in your heart, what you give yourself in heaven, what you give yourself in your mind is what will be attracted to you. So do you really trust that? Do you really trust you can bring new friendships, new relationships, new businesses, new partnerships into your life? Or do you feel like new opportunities and love is so scarce that I got to cling to a version of me that I know I didn't like? I got to cling to a version of love that I know didn't fulfill me because I don't believe that there's more for me. Which one are you? Because that's really what it means to have a scarcity mindset. You want to go back to something that you knew was bad for you because you don't trust that there's more out there for you. You don't trust that there's better. You don't trust in God because you have fear. And fear is the opposite of faith. Faith is the trust in things that are unseen. But fear is the trust that all that I know is all that exists. So if I know pain, if I know struggle, if I know hardship, but I know it came with a little love. I know it came with a little cuddle at night. It made me comfortable. So I want to go back to it because I don't know if I got more out there. That's fear. But if you really trust God, you really trust yourself, then you know there's better for you. So don't go back. Alchemize that pain. Find a ritual for that pain and become a better version of you. Because when you look at this same situation in 3 months, 6 months, 3 years maybe, and you look back on it, you're gonna be glad that you stuck with it. You didn't go back. You're gonna be glad that you trusted God. Because now you find more, you find something even more fruitful, even more abundant. I'm gonna leave you with this. Remember the story of Lot's wife, man. And if you don't know, Lot, the story is actually crazy if you read it, but the gist of it is Lot was a man with him and his family living in a place that was terrible. Everybody there was wicked. Nobody living right. Everybody doing the most vile things imaginable to each other that you can think of. And the gist of the story is God gave Lot a message that, hey, you need to get out of here, take your family and get out of here. I'm about to tear it down. But the only thing you got to remember is don't look back. Because when I tear it down, it's going to be loud, it's going to be nasty, it's going to be ugly. And if you look back, it's over for you. Don't look back. You got to trust me. So Lot told his family, all right, we got to go. God finna do what he got to do. I got to get up out of here. And don't look back. Because if you look back, it's over. And they was going. Him, his daughters, whatever, they going. But his wife, she heard the city getting torn down. She heard fire raining down from the skies, as they say. And she turned around. As soon as she turned around, she was gone. Because God told you not to look back. But you want to keep looking back at something that you know he already tore down. If you was meant to be there, he wouldn't have tore it down in the first place. But you want to keep going back, keep going back. So go ahead, turn around. And what's gonna happen? Everything that you built for yourself, everything that you have, everything that you learned and love is gone. Because you want to revert back to that old version of you that wasn't even happy. Come on now. Don't look back.